In July of 1984, the national minimum drinking age was passed, raising the drinking age from 18 to 21. The law is now enforced in all 50 states. However, the repeal of alcohol prohibition allowed states to set its own alcohol consumption laws. Even though the drinking age is 21 in all 50 states, most states have an age of majority, which grants one rights and responsibilities of an adult that turns 19, which is, 19 in Alabama. In Alabama, when someone turns 19, they can vote, buy a house, join the military, or purchase tobacco. And therefore, if one person is granted a legal adult at 18 or 19 and takes on the responsibilities of an adult, shouldn't the legal drinking age be lowered to 19? After much research, I highly agree that the legal drinking age should be lowered to 19 years old. I know most of us are or are close to the same age, and while some of you may disagree, please listen to my explanations with an open mind. Many of our parents were alive before the drinking age was raised, and most of them could drink at the age of 18. The drinking age was then raised, and suddenly those who are already of age were grandfathered in the law, but the others who were just turning 18 were prohibited from drinking. While it's true that the drinking age was raised, that since the drinking age was raised, there has been a decrease in teenage car crashes. The prohibition of alcohol drives underage drinkers to drink carelessly because the act of underage drinking is such a forbidden fruit and makes them want to do it more. Most people in support of the legal drinking age states that teens have not yet reached the age where they can drink responsibly. However, raising the drinking age has not diminished underage drinking. It has merely pushed underage drinkers to do it in private, mostly at high school and college parties. This problem of irresponsible underage drinking would be solved if teens were educated about the responsibilities and risks of drinking. There are 4 major reasons why I believe the drinking age should be lowered. One reason is the fact that at the age of 19 we can vote, buy a house, join the military, purchase firearms, as well as purchase tobacco. If it's okay to buy tobacco at the age of 19, why can't we drink at 19? Does that make the use of tobacco a better alternative to alcohol? Also, if one can join the military, fight for their country, and risk their life, why can't they buy a beer at a restaurant? Another reason is that many other countries' legal age is 18, and when they come to the States, they are not allowed to drink. In countries where the legal drinking age is 18, there is still a decrease in alcohol-related accidents and fatalities than when the drinking age was raised to 21. In countries such as the UK, many of-age teens are less careless with alcohol even when the drinking age is only 18 because the act of drinking is not as frowned upon and forbidden as much as it is in America. A third reason is that the lowering of the drinking age to 19 would lessen the carelessness surrounding underage drinking since drinking underage is such a forbidden act. Lowering it to 19 would allow teens to be more responsible when drinking alcohol. The drinking age being at 21 is not effective because teens still find ways to get alcohol, whether it's by using a fake ID or getting others to buy it for them. Therefore, majority of teens still consume alcohol illegally. Marijuana has been made legal in several states recreationally and medically, but people still cannot buy a drink until they're 21. Like tobacco, does this new law make marijuana or tobacco a better alternative to alcohol? Just like alcohol, marijuana and tobacco can all lead to other problems in life such as drug abuse and heavy binge drinking, but there is still a higher limit on alcohol. There are 3 major steps we can take to solve the problem. First, teens must take an educated class on the risks of alcohol and drugs. This will give them the lessons they need to know about the consequences of underage drinking. It will also allow them to think more responsibly before taking a drink. Second, if the drinking age were to be lowered, bars should not allow patrons to purchase more than 3 alcoholic beverages. Many dine-in theaters serve alcohol but do not allow customers to buy more than 3 drinks, so they will not become too intoxicated to drive. Or, if the customer wants to buy another drink and they seem too intoxicated, they should have a right to refuse or to suggest not to serve them another one. Lastly, parents should educate their children openly about the use of drugs and alcohol and keep an open mind while listening to them rather than strictly enforcing them not to drink. Forcing teens not to do something will only make them want to do it more. Therefore, if parents allow themselves to listen to their kids and answer their questions, it would get through them easier. They should also emphasize the fact that they do not have to drink if they don't want to and that it's okay to say no. This keeps their teen from succumbing to peer pressure, and I think this plan is necessary because it would educate teens on why drinking is good and why it is bad, and that every decision comes with consequences. This plan would greatly teach teens to drink responsibly and would not put themselves or others at risk for drinking underage and driving drunk. Many drink because their friends encourage them to without being properly educated on it. Therefore, taking an educated class plus being raised to respect the act of drinking would benefit many teens and reduce the carelessness surrounding underage drinking. Many young adults abuse the act of drinking because they are told they aren't allowed to do it. We can't completely solve the problem of underage drinking, but these are many precautions we can take to reduce the effects of it. I believe that with my 3 reasons for lowering the drinking age to 19 and using the steps I explained to solve the problems of underage drinking, many teens would act more responsible and less negligent, and we'd solve at least one life from the dangers of irresponsible drinking.